She thought it was a routine traffic stop, until the cops pulled her out of the car, smirking as they slapped on the cuffs. "Gotcha now," one sneered, convinced they had framed her for good. But they had no idea who they were messing with, because this black woman wasn't just another victim, she was someone who could shatter their entire world with a single revelation. And when the truth came out in court, the officers' smug grins turned to sheer terror. What secret was she hiding? And how did it destroy them all? Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales. Maya Johnson had spent years blending into the background. By day, she worked a quiet desk job, her sharp mind analyzing threats no one else could see. But to the world, she was just another black woman driving home after a long shift. That night, as she cruised down a dimly lit road, she noticed flashing lights in her rearview mirror. A routine stop, she thought, until two officers approached with hands already on their guns. "Step out of the car," one barked, a smirk tugging at his lips. Maya complied, her pulse steady. She had faced real danger before, deadlier than these men could imagine. But tonight, she let them play their game, watching as they planted evidence with practiced ease. They thought they had her cornered. They had no idea who she really was. Rising. Action. The handcuffs clicked too tight around Maya's wrists, but she didn't flinch. She'd been trained to control her breathing, her pulse, but even she wasn't immune to the sting of injustice. "Looks like we got ourselves a dealer," one cop sneered, pulling a small bag of white powder from his pocket, planting it on her seat like it was routine. Maya's jaw clenched. She'd seen setups like this before, just never from this side. The second officer leaned in close, his breath reeking of cheap coffee. "You people never learn, do you?" His words dripped with arrogance, with the confidence of a man who thought he was untouchable. They threw her into the back of the squad car, laughing as they called in their bust. To them, she was just another statistic, another black woman caught in a system designed to break her. Maya stared out the window as the city lights blurred past. They thought they had power over her, but what they didn't know was that she had already memorized their badge numbers, their names, their every move. She had trained for this moment without even realizing it. At the station, the officers put on a show. Smug grins, fake paperwork, fabricated charges. "You're going away for a long time," one said, his voice almost gleeful. Maya remained silent. Let them gloat. Let them believe they had won. Because the moment she made her call, their world would come crashing down. The courtroom was silent. So silent that Maya could hear the smug officers breathing behind her, still confident their lie would hold. The prosecutor smirked as he presented the evidence, spinning a tale of a dangerous woman caught red-handed. Maya sat still, her face unreadable. Then the judge turned to her. "Do you have anything to say in your defense?" She finally stood, smoothing out her suit. "Yes, Your Honor. But first, I'd like to introduce myself properly." She reached into her pocket, pulling out a single badge. The room shifted, murmurs rippling through the crowd. The officers stiffened. "I am Special Agent Maya Johnson, CIA." The prosecutor froze mid-sentence. One officer's face drained of color. The other instinctively took a step back, his jaw slack. Maya turned, locking eyes with the men who had framed her. "And I have evidence, Your Honor. Real evidence." She placed a USB drive on the table. Hours of footage, the illegal stop, the planted drugs, the officer's laughter. The judge's gavel slammed down. Chaos erupted. The cops shouted protests, but it was too late. Their game was over. Maya watched as officers surrounded the men who had once believed themselves untouchable. This time it was them in cuffs. Maya watched as the officers were led away in handcuffs, their faces now carrying the same fear and humiliation they had once inflicted on others. Justice had been served, but the scars of what happened would linger far beyond the courtroom walls. She wasn't the first black woman to be falsely accused. How many others had been framed, silenced, or buried under a system designed to protect the guilty? The only difference was that she had the power to fight back. But what about those who didn't? As Maya walked out of the courthouse, cameras flashed, reporters swarming with questions. She didn't need to say much. The truth was now undeniable. But this wasn't just her story. It was a reminder of the countless voices unheard, the innocent lives ruined by corruption and prejudice. How many more have to suffer before real change happens? Before justice isn't just a privilege, but a right for all. The fight isn't over. The question is, are we ready to face the truth? Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales. Let's spread the message of hope and unity together. Thanks, and take care.